Ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. We're thrilled to extend a warm and a hearty welcome to each one of you on Fly91 flight IC 5102.
We have
This
an
is
actual
actual aircraft.
Yeah, it's an actual aircraft. You can't do it legally anywhere else, but here you can do
now
it.
only time I can do in my life.
Slow. Yeah. Pull it.
Okay.
Okay. Now hold the yellow handle.
Okay, you have to hold it.
Yeah,
like
hold the
this.
yellow. Pull it in. Okay, that is it. And now you press it down. That is it. Now door is locked.
Aircraft is ready to
Yes. Now you're certified to close the door on an aircraft.
fly. At least in case of any emergency.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first standard to fourth standard was very immaculate, and everybody says girls' school. But that is because my sister was going there, and it is easy for me to go with her in the local bus.
If we go back to those days and if someone had to tell you okay, you're going to own airlines, would you believe that?
No, even I wouldn't believe it.
नमस्कार येवकार तुमकां केन्नाय तुमी विचार करता की खंयच्या एअरलायन्साच्या कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसान वता तेन्ना तुमकां दिसता आमी बेंगलोर वता मुंबय वता पुण्या वता और मे बी चेन्नय वता पूण आमी सद्या आयिल्ले आसा रायबंद्रा इनफॅक्ट ओल्ड गोवा आनी एका अशा एअरलायन्सच्या कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसान वतले जो गोंयकारान एअरलायन्स स्टार्ट केल्या आनी आतां सद्या रिजनल एअरलायन्सा मदीं ती मोस्ट सक्सेसफूल आसा आमी मेळटले Fly91चे CEO मनोज चाको हांकां जे गोंयकार आसा जाणी ही एअरलायन्स फ्रॉम अ स्क्रॅच बिल्डअप केल्ली आसा आनी ती सक्सेसफुल्ली चलता.
Ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. We're thrilled to extend a warm and a hearty welcome to each one of you on Fly91 flight IC 5102.
So finally we have arrived Fly91 office and then we are going to meet CEO Manoj Chako. May I come in?
Yes.
Hello sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Rupesh. Good. तुम्ही कसे आसा?
Bora, sir.
Okay. I'll mic up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much and we have been chasing you actually for last 1 year to get your interview. I think
No, I know it's just been very busy. Last 1 year has been like supremely busy. So,
that's
but
a sign of progress.
yes, I mean, it's a sign of hard work actually.
So finally we are with Manoj Chako, CEO Fly91.
Yes.
So tell us this. We'll start with this Fly91. This name itself is a little different. Why 91?
So 91 actually stands for India's telephone code. So from anywhere in the world, if you have to make a phone call, you have to first dial +91. So we said it's a very, our entire focus is on connecting India. So we said instead of saying fly India, fly Bharat, we wanted to be a little bit more Gen Z, younger this thing. So we said 91 sounds good. So that's how the name came about, Fly91. So basically it means fly India.
Okay, because many times people think it is to do with the regional airlines or cheap flight ticket because there is something called 99. Buy everything for 99 rupees. So it's not 100. Nothing to do with that.
No, nothing got to do with it. We can't afford to sell tickets at 91 rupees and we don't believe in doing gimmicks. So that's all it was. That's only at gimmicks. So simple. 91 is India.
1 rupee extra kela 100
Yeah. So 91 is India. Simple as that.
Okay. So you studied in Goa Engineering College and before
Yes.
that you studied in Don Bosco.
Correct.
And if I am not wrong, you were born in Ribandar.
Yes, I was born in Ribandar. Goa Medical College used to be just here.
Just behind.
Yeah,
this
you can
place.
actually see it from my office. And I was born here. We were living in Ribandar. I was born, brought up, schooling. In fact, very interestingly, before I went to Don Bosco's, I actually went to Mary Immaculate.
Okay.
My first standard to fourth standard was very immaculate, and everybody says girls' school. But that is because my sister was going there, and it was easy for me to go with her in the local bus. So till fourth standard, they used to have boys. So I started in a girls' school, and then from fifth standard, I went to Don Bosco, then Tempe College in Miramar, and then GC, Goa Engineering College.
Tell us about your memories from Farmagudi. Farmagudi, a lot of students have got Farmagudi memories.
Yeah, Farmagudi good memories, very nice memories. In fact, lots of nice memories in Farmagudi. Right from, we used to, if you missed the college bus and some lectures, the professors would kind of throw you out if you were late. So then you would get on the pilot. There used to be those pilots over there.
Near Farmagudi Circle.
Yeah, near Farmagudi Circle. That Shivaji statue was there. So from there we used to take the pilot. But then if you take that pilot and go, your money for tea and, Baji Pav for the next 2 days is gone because now you paid the pilot.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Farmagudi, Zopudi used to be there. There was Zopudi behind. So, even today I can feel the taste of the food over there. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you want to go. You want to eat omelette pav, you want to have a cup of chai. Those were very different days. But I think Farmagudi, very nice memories. I think happenings was
happening that time.
Yeah, happenings was happening. I think my biggest memory was first year. And those days there was no restriction about ragging and all that kind of stuff. And of course we had some amount of ragging. So I still remember first year when we joined for happenings, they wanted to clear the ground. So they caught hold of all the first year students and they said, you go clean the ground. So and we had to pluck all the plants, all the plants and grass. And for next 1 week, we had all boils on our hands, all of us first year students plucking. So so that was in 1986.
How was you as a student? You were studious,
I was decently studious in the sense that, but I spent a lot of time in extracurricular activities. So I was very active in the public speaking space, so I used to participate in elocution contests. I think in '89 I won the Orator of Goa award those days. And I also used to participate in quizzing. I used to do a lot of quizzing, just a minutes. I used to compare at happenings and creations and all these things. But that was, so I was pretty active in the cultural side of things.
If we go back to those days and if someone had to tell you, okay, you're going to own Airlines, would you believe that?
No, even I wouldn't believe it. Those days, I think our dream job those days would be if you get a job with Sesagova or Dempo. I think that was, you have achieved it in life, or you go on the merchant navy ship. I think these were the only aspirations that we had. I remember when we were in third year, if I remember correctly, ACGL started. Tata Group, the bus coaches. Yeah.
Sattari.
Yeah. And I remember my final year project was on a CAD/CAM floor design for a bus at ACGL. That was the next dream job. If you can get a job in ACGL, nothing like it. So we were more worried about where you could go from home and come back, do you get fish curry rice? Those were our needs and wants. So airline, no way.
But finally you broke that ceiling. You walked out of your comfort zone. You went out of Goa and you started working.
Yes, that's true because I think I went out of Goa more by default than by design. There were clearly no jobs available in Goa. And
this was in 90s?
This is 90. I passed out in 90. And we were very fortunate. 3 of us from Goa Engineering College that year got selected by Larsen and Toubro. So L&T has got a GET program, Graduate Engineering Training Program, which is a very prestigious program, and like if you are a mechanical engineer, either a job with Telco or a job with L&T is like your dream job. And for some reason, L&T gave us the opportunity to apply. And we applied, many of us this thing, and 3 of us made it into L&T, and they had like some 250 GETs. And only when we reached Powai, we realized that everybody else came from IIT, all those places. We were the guys who were the, how do I put it? We were like third class citizens. Everybody says, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Chennai, all that stuff. And we were like, okay, fine, we are from
GC Pharmagudi.
GC Pharmagudi. But let me tell you one thing. We were the first batch of Goa University. Okay, the previous batch passed out from Bombay. GC was known for its departments like mechanical and civil. In fact, mechanical in GC was ranked number 2 in Bombay University. So after VJTI, okay, if you had a mechanical engineering degree from Goa Engineering College, that was ranked number 2 those days. That we realized only when we went to L&T. Oh, you're from Goa Engineering College. Oh, very nice, So it was like IIT Bombay, VJTI, Goa Engineering College. Okay, many people don't know that, but that was the reputation that GC had when we passed out. So we felt good about it.
That was the most sought after engineering college that time. People were dying to get admission.
It was only engineering college in Goa.
After that PCC started.
When we were there, there was only one. There was Polytechnic, government Polytechnic for diploma, and then you had GC in Pharmagudi. That is.
But always GC guys were considered as intellectual guys, so quite happening guys, a bit of naughty guys also.
We were a different breed. But I think we had a lot of fun those days. We used to work hard and we used to have a lot of fun as well. And I think that community stayed very close. What I realized that, like even now when I go out, there are people who walk up to me and say, I'm also from your college and I passed out so and so batch, and that connect is very different. I think it's a very different.
Do you go to GAC now? Scouting for talents maybe, or maybe for nostalgia, go there.
I went to GC last year and I spoke at GC. In fact, there was an alumni talk for which they wanted me to come. I think I went back in time like 35 years, like as though nothing had changed. And I went to my first year classroom, second year classroom, and I was actually so proud to see that IIT started its campus in GC. And I'm saying, it means that we studied in a campus which is as good for an IIT to be there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and some part of the campus has not changed at all. The main building, the first year classrooms, FE classrooms and all that stuff is, like I went to the room where we do engineering drawing. I used to love my engineering drawing those days, and that classroom is just the same. Nothing has changed, same drafting boards, everything is I was almost expecting, we had a professor, very nice professor called Professor Goli Vadekar. I was almost expecting him to walk out. It was that kind of feeling over there.
Down the memory lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
You went searching Zopdi?
Yeah, of course I went searching Zopdi. It's still there. It's still there. It's still, of course I went to the canteen. Canteen is exactly the same. Nothing has changed. In fact, I think even the steel plate in which they gave that, usal was, I think would have been from that time.
Can we see your place?
Yeah, sure. Come. I'd love to. So this is our head office. And
we are in Old Goa right now.
So we are actually in Ribandar. So if you see from here, Diwar Island is exactly opposite.
Yeah.
So you can see that is Diwar Island over there. Okay. Old Goa is there. You can see Old Goa there. And that is Shorao.
That is Shorao.
That is Shorao. That is Goa Medical College down here.
Yes, where you were born.
Yes, where I was born. This is the Diwar ferry down here, the one at Ribandar. So you got a ferry boat down here. Some construction is going on now. So this is.
So how wise it is for any airlines to have their corporate office in Goa when we have seen guys having corporate offices in Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi.
We asked a simple question. Finally, what is there in corporate office? Corporate office is nothing but thinking power. Correct? And you need to have people that are working, doing the work. How does it matter where you're sitting? So over here, for example, what we have all the key departments. We've got HR, we got finance, we got engineering, operations, all the head office people, we sit over here. Now, you can be sitting anywhere in the country. Okay, then I'd rather sit in a place where your cost is efficient, it's good quality of life. So we've got so many people who are local talent. Goa, there's no problem with talent. And people who come from outside Goa to work. Love the place. I mean, this is like next to Panjim. There's some 3 good schools here. Lot of schools in Panjim. Good hospitals. Good roads. AQI of less than 50. Correct. So who will not want to come and stay here? Correct. Your rentals. If the same head office was in Bombay or Bangalore or Hyderabad, I would possibly pay 5 times the rent for that place. Correct. So we looked at all of that stuff and we said there's no reason why we should not be in a place like Goa.
So work from Goa is a good concept, right?
I think work from Goa is an amazing concept. It's a good place. You're not stressed out driving in the morning. Traffic. 20 years I lived in Bombay, and before that I lived in Chennai and Hyderabad. Goa is like 12 minutes you're home. Evening some friends say, okay, now let's catch up for dinner. Let's this thing. You can say, okay, fine, we can go. Bombay, no, it's not possible to do. Somebody is in Borivali, somebody is in Navi Mumbai. You got to plan 6 months in advance even for friends to meet. So Goa that way is a very nice.
You have a nice office which is quite a
yes
open setup.
Yes, it's a very very open setup. So we have our office laid out across 2 floors. So this is the entire corporate office. And the floor upstairs is where our training happens. So all the training classrooms, everything is over there. So I'll possibly start from here. So this is a conference room, which also doubles up as an emergency response room. So if there is, and it's a regulatory thing, if there is an emergency, there is an accident, whatever, everybody should be able to get into a room. They need to have phone connections, all of that stuff. But this is like our boardroom come emergency response room.
Okay.
And
so from here you can also connect outside.
Yeah, we can connect. We can connect outside, and of course we got a fantastic view. So it gives us a very nice feeling. But otherwise, if you see out here, we have a completely open office. All of us sit outside. Okay, and we got various departments that sit out here. We have a nice little pantry here. Again, it's all self-service. You come, you take your stuff, you wash your plates, you put it back.
There's no pampering.
No. There is no pampering. No pampering.
Even CEO will have to get his own cup of chai.
Yeah. All of us have to do it. Again,
there is, and I've seen one thing. You have put up these about Indigo, founders of Indigo.
Yes.
I saw Tata. I saw, I think, other airlines.
So we've got 4 pillars, and on the 4 pillars, we have put up 8 people who have inspired us. Okay. 8 people who really inspired us. So for example, here there is Rakesh Gangwal. Rakesh Gangwal is the founder of Indigo. Okay. I mean, so he's built the 4th most valuable airline in the world in 18 years. Okay. There is Herb Keller out there who created Southwest Airlines. Who for 54 years an airline is still very, very profitable, based in the US. It's a role model. You can see Adil Ali here.
Air
Arabia. Again, a very profitable airline. Again, if you see, all of us, the leadership team, we sit on this row, and these are all our episodes.
So this is one thing I noticed, that CEO sits with other staff.
Yeah,
so there is no privileges of being CEO or privileges of being, I am a management guy.
You have to nothing like that. I mean, say you
get my appointment and meet me.
No. You are available. I mean, say it's always open for everybody. Of course, sometimes when it's too open, there are problems because it's very difficult to
concentrate.
But then you manage it. Again.
So this is where you sit, if I'm not wrong. Someone told me that your desk. This is also your desk where you sit.
That is correct. So
CEO's desk.
That's correct. 007. You can see my name also.
007.
Yeah, it just happens to be. Is
that coincidentally 007?
Absolutely coincidental.
Okay.
Again, we got Rahul Bhatia who set up Indigo. What a fantastic airline they have built. So this is broadly the entire head office. Over there, you have some rooms which are some of the operational rooms. We got the integrated operational command center there. Then we got the safety briefing room. So there are various which are regulatory. So the regulator says that these are needed. So basis that is how we do.
दाने दाने में आरोग्य प्राप्तिरस्तु दाने दाने में सौभाग्य प्राप्तिरस्तु अमृत जैसा इसका स्वाद, ये है पौष्टिकता का प्रसाद। कण कण में पंचामृता, रग रग में पंचामृता, तन मन में पंचामृता, देश भर में पंचामृता, घर घर में पंचामृता, प्राप्ति रस।
शुद्ध भी, स्वाद भी, सेहत भी। पंचामृता खाओ, हेल्थी जियो।
So let us talk about when you thought of starting in airlines. Were you sure? Because we have seen a lot of experiments have failed in regional airlines. I remember still boarding into a regional flight and they were not starting air conditioning till we are ready. So it was very hot and they said wait, because your ticket is cheaper, so you are not supposed to have all those.
No, that's not necessarily. It's more restrictions that you have sometimes on certain aircrafts and certain places. So it's not necessarily, it doesn't make too much of a difference in cost. But I think it's more about proper financial structuring, having the right kind of capital structure, having the right investors with you. So aviation is a very serious business. You know, it is not it's not a business which is, you're just getting in because you want to start an airline. It's a very serious business. There's safety involved. There is financial structuring involved. You need to be a cost leader. Whatever you need to do, you have to make sure you save costs. Like I told you, our head office is saving cost. Okay, it's easy to spend money. So we are nothing but a transportation company. End of the day, airline is a transportation company. It's not the service industry. Service is incidental. Whereas a lot of airlines focus too much on the service aspect.
Okay.
What does a customer want? He wants a safe plane. He wants a plane that goes on time. He wants a clean plane. There's only three things that he wants.
An affordable ticket.
And of course, affordability comes by this thing. And you should have a crew that is smiling and welcoming. That is all that you require, right? Now, anything more than that, if you start doing, it will cost you money. The customer should be willing to pay for it. And typically for journeys under 2 hours, 3 hours, customers don't pay for all of that stuff. Okay, you're going 8-hour flight, you're going 10-hour flight, then yes, then I want a bigger seat, I want to sleep, I want food, I want wine, all that stuff. But for typical 1.5 hour flight, all they want is to reach safely at the other end. Plane should not be dirty, plane should be clean, it should go on time, arrive on time.
That's all.
So that's all.
Which is the cheapest ticket that you have sold?
Cheapest, I think the cheapest we sold, I'm just trying to remember, I think was about, we had a promotional offer of some 1,000 rupees. Okay, when we started Sindhudurg from Bangalore and Hyderabad, nobody knew what a Sindhudurg. So we had some promotional 1,000 rupee fares, but that is very briefly. Otherwise, typically our pricing goes from 2,000, possibly all the way to 10,000, depending on the, but average, see, Indian consumers on an average pay between 4,000 to 6,000. That is the average
flight.
Yeah, for a flight.
You are also connected to Agati, which is attractive for many people because people come here as a tourist destination.
Correct.
And from here you can fly to another tourist destination, which is also a beach destination.
Correct.
Wasn't it a risk for you because you ever thought of people would land in Goa and fly to Agati?
No, so two things were there. One is, fortunately for that sector, we got the support of the government's Udan scheme. So government has got a very nice scheme called RCS Udan. So for the Agati flights, we got the Udan support. So we were very comfortable starting it because we knew that the government backing was there. But what we also realized is, Agati suddenly opened up tourism for local Goans. See, typical local Goans, okay, say, where are we going on a holiday? Correct, we don't go on holidays. Correct, where do we go? Correct. So suddenly Goans started saying, we can go on a holiday. Okay, we got a better beach destination to go for. So large part of our people that go to Lakshadweep, actually local Goans.
Actually, flying to Lakshadweep would have become difficult because you have to go to Delhi. I think from Delhi you have to take.
No, Lakshadweep is down Cochin. It's
so Cochin.
Yeah, you got to go Cochin and that side you have
so
to
there
go.
was no direct flight
No.
You have to have at least 2 flights.
So now it's a direct flight. In fact, now people come from Delhi to Goa, Goa to Lakshadweep, Calcutta to Goa, Goa to Lakshadweep. So actually, and we don't fly to Delhi and Calcutta. They come on other airlines.
Okay.
So our philosophy is that we have to let travel bloom. Okay, we are not in competition with anybody. We are coexisting with everybody. If I do well, everybody does well. If everybody does well, I do well. So that is the philosophy we follow. Okay, so I don't care from how the customer is coming. He can come by Indigo, Akasa, Air India, any airline, Air India Express. He can come from Delhi. But I can carry him to Lakshadweep because none of them can carry him to Lakshadweep.
Correct.
I can carry him to Jalgaon. Nobody else can carry him to Jalgaon. You know, so that is the
Like
kind of...
Jalgaon, Hubli, like many people travel from Hubli to Goa.
Correct.
And I think now people have started opting for your flights from Hubli to Goa. or
So we
Jalgaon.
fly Hubli to Hyderabad and we fly Hubli to Bangalore.
You don't have Hubli to
No,
Goa?
Hubli Goa we don't. It's too short for a flight. It's 4
I think by
hours.
road it is 3 hours.
Yeah,
so
3.5 hours. So people won't go by flight. But from Hubli to Hyderabad and Hubli to Bangalore, it's very popular. It's very
Hubli
popular.
to Bangalore would be a popular route
Very
because it's
popular
a trade center. Hubli is a trade
It is
center.
anytime you connect a district capital, a district to a state capital, or a district to a financial capital, or district to a commercial place, people will travel. Like today from Jalgaon, we operate daily flights to Pune, Hyderabad, and to Goa, and the flights go full.
Okay.
And the flights go full. We operate daily flights from Sindhudurg to Bangalore, Sindhudurg to Hyderabad, Sindhudurg to Pune, goes full.
So from Chipi airport to Bangalore, they are full?
Yeah, full.
Acha.
Full. In fact, some days my fare from Chipi to Bangalore is more than Goa to Bangalore. And some days it's lower. People actually who come to North Goa have actually started using Chipi to go. They find it more convenient, they find it more affordable, they find it more easier.
Okay.
So-
So maybe if you are holidaying in Sindhudurg, you can just take a flight and then...
If you're holidaying in North Goa,
Huh.
there are people, in fact, now there are coach services from Chipi airport to Panjim which connect my flight.
Okay.
And they come and they will drop you wherever you want. So they'll come from Hyderabad to Chipi and they will take the coach and they'll get dropped off at Asagaon or they'll get dropped off somewhere. They find it convenient.
Those coaches are owned by you or someone else?
Somebody else, we don't even know. So it is like the whole ecosystem develops.
Okay.
So when you start
Around
doing
it.
things like these, the ecosystem starts developing.
Because I think there are no taxis in Chipi.
No,
airport.
now taxis and all have started coming.
Acha, okay.
Now taxis and all those things have started coming. So that's...
So now we are going to your next
Yes, now I'll
upflow.
take you. But I'll just show you this as well. These are our
Okay.
value systems. If you see, everything we do, safety.
Safety.
Yeah, so simplicity, operator frugality, humility, integrity. So this is our...
Renders services.
Yeah. This is our entire philosophy. Again, if you see, we've used a lot of digital. So this is all face recognition. And this office is open 24/7.
Okay.
And nobody can come in unless your face is recognized. So we have digital face recognition basis that we go in.
So,
Come.
so for any airlines, people would expect some nice looking air hostess will welcome you in your
No,
office.
nothing. We are a transportation company. we're a transportation company. So that is what that's how we look at it.
So we can walk up?
Yeah, we can walk up. Come. I'll take you. Come. Let's go up. So we have exactly one more floor upstairs. And the one upstairs is a purely training floor because one of the things we wanted is we wanted to be fully self-reliant on training.
Okay.
We did not want to be dependent on anybody. And again, this is large part of regulation that is involved. And all our training classrooms are approved by the DGCA. So this is our training facility, and the beauty is that we have full-fledged. We have an
actual aircraft.
Yeah, it's an actual aircraft. We use it for training purposes.
You got it here and assembled here.
Yeah, so we brought it in. We actually had to open the glass and we brought it out. So you can actually come in here. So this is an actual aircraft. While this is a slightly different version from our aircraft, but the large dimensions are okay. So this is actually approved by DGCA. So we can do our entire training inside here, even for the cabin crew, including, for example, opening the doors.
Okay.
So-
these doors can be opened.
Yeah, these doors can be opened. In fact, you can actually open. You can train people on
How to open the door.
how to open the door. So you can actually do this. If you want to try your hand, you can.
Okay.
You can't do it legally anywhere else, but here you can do
now
it.
only time I can do in my
slow,
life.
slow. Yeah. Pull it.
Okay.
Okay. Now hold the yellow handle.
Okay, you have to hold it.
Yeah,
like
hold the
this.
yellow. Pull it in. Pull it in. Okay, that is it. And now you press it down. That is it. Now door is locked.
Aircraft is ready to
Yes. Now you're certified. To close the door on an aircraft.
fly. At least in case of any emergency.
Yeah. Of course, you're never allowed to touch the door as a passenger.
Yeah,
In fact, even I can't touch the door of an aircraft till you're not licensed.
So this is a very common question, and you know, when you yourself fly, do you buy a ticket or
Yes.
you just say, you don't know me?
No. We even like when I fly. See, we're running a business at the end of the day. Even if we eat something on board, we pay for it. So even if I want a coffee, I pay for my coffee on the flight.
So no one can request you, Manoj ji, your flight is there, मुझे थोड़ा drop कर दो वहाँ पे.
No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. We are doing, see, business is one, friendship is other, correct? And we lead by example, right? Right from the beginning, we ourselves do not take anything free. We are very clear. So when they'll say, when the CEO himself is paying for his coffee, everybody pays for it.
Sets a right precedent.
It absolutely sets the right precedence. We stand in queue.
You stand in
Yeah, all of that stuff. So we very clear. We have zero.
But your staff, do they recognize you when you are in
Of course, they recognize, and they've been given very clear instructions that there should be no special treatment given.
Okay.
Because once you start giving special treatment, what happens? It starts with one person, then another person, then everybody becomes a VIP.
Okay.
But yes, we give special treatment for people that are important. Some business person is traveling, some ministers traveling. We've had chief minister flying
that's
with us.
like protocol,
So that is
right?
protocol. I mean, so whatever is there are regular customers. I've got a customer in Jalgaon who has flown 73 times with Fly91.
Okay.
He's a banana farmer.
Acha.
So when people like him come, of course we take care of him. We kind of give them that extra warmth.
They must be knowing each other.
They know our crew far better than we know our own crew. So that is and then here we have everything, like for example, if you want to, your service training,
Oh,
so you can actually, so they train people to, kind of take the cart, go around, how to sell, how to serve, all of that stuff.
becomes a...
Yeah, this is a complete training. So I don't have to use the actual aircraft for training because this is the actual aircraft. In fact, even smoke evacuation drills we do in this.
Okay.
So, so we can actually put a smoke machine inside because staff have to be trained. In case of a smoke, how do you evacuate passengers? And we do that. So this is an approved training facility, which we're very proud of. So for example, if you want to do this thing, you want to serve something, you can actually.
Okay, I can take.
Yeah, you can. you can take, and you can offer tea, coffee,
Yeah.
and whatever.
This is how they must be feeling, no?
Yeah. That's how they.
Every.
That's how they.
This is at least stable. When you are in air, I think the things are much different.
No, but then they are trained how to do it.
Okay.
And this is the place where you can train a lot of things, because otherwise what happens, people train in a classroom.
Okay.
So in Fly91 you actually train in a.
So this is
mock-up.
like a simulator.
This is like a simulator.
How?
So
you can
these are,
open
yeah, you
this
can
also.
open, but this is the old model of the aircraft.
Okay.
Our ones that we fly have got much bigger baggage racks that can. This was the ATR 72-500.
Okay.
What we fly is ATR 72-600.
How many aircrafts do you have?
6.
6 aircrafts.
Yeah, we have 6 aircrafts now.
So you don't take it on rent aircraft. Those are all on.
No. They are on lease. We have an asset-light model. They're all
Okay.
leased. So
So they are leased to you. They are
leased
not
to us.
owned by you.
No.
Okay.
You could, I mean, they're too expensive to own. Why do you want to lock your capital on an asset on your balance sheet? You may as well. So we follow an asset-light model where the aircraft is leased to us.
But that entire branding is yours.
Branding is ours. So the aircraft is ours for all practical purposes for the period of the lease. So if
Okay.
it's a 6-year lease, 8-year lease, 10-year lease, it is your aircraft. You have to keep it, you have to maintain it, is your cost. And at the end of that period, you give it back to the lessor.
So it is a Swades movement for you. Many a times when you started, you came back from outside, you started working in Goa, and then you
Yeah,
also,
kind
I
of.
think, making all those pilots, everyone to stay in Goa. They have to come back to Goa.
Yeah, so they come back to Goa. So
End
they
of the
fly-
day.
Yeah, end of the day, they come back to Goa. And that's the, so typically you operate like 4 flights and you come back. So morning if you start, the 4th flight will come back to Goa by about 1 o'clock, 1:30. So and then the crew gets off. Then the new crew takes over the aircraft. It does 4 sectors. By night 10 o'clock it will come back. So
Okay.
typically in Fly91, the advantage for crew is that you start in the morning, come back in the afternoon, or start in the afternoon, come back at night, but you come back home.
Okay.
Where else
You are
otherwise
with your family.
you come back to your family. And 3 aircrafts are based in Hyderabad, 3 are based in Goa. So
Okay.
the Goa crew come back to Goa, Hyderabad crew come back to Hyderabad.
So when you tossed this idea of starting an airlines, what was the response from your family? You don't belong to a millennials
No.
family.
No,
you
no.
belong to a very middle class family background.
Lower middle class, if you were to say. My parents were teachers.
Okay.
So we came from that background. And yeah, it is. But it is something I learned. I learned aviation. They say in life, you learn a vidya. Correct. Then it is your responsibility to give it back. Correct. So for me, this journey is about giving back. And I always tell my team, Fly91 has to outlive all of us. So
Yeah.
this is not about, Fly91 is not my airline. Okay, I'm only a founder. I've got a lot of very good investors who come on board. I've got a very, very good team that has helped us build this airline. Okay, so I'm only the vehicle to help build something which should possibly 50 years down the line also be, providing employment, taking care, providing connectivity and all that stuff. So when you build, you got to build something which is for the future. And my daughter is a doctor. She's not going to come into this business at all. So I'm not building this for myself.
Yeah.
So, but then you build it commercially, you build it properly, you build it for the long term. And
You started your as an entrepreneur at the age of 51,
52,
52.
yes.
When people think how to retire now, live for the rest of the 8 years and retire, you started a new journey.
That is correct. I started a new journey at 52. Yeah, it was tough. At 54, is when the airline took off. March 24, April 24, I turned 54. And we completed 2+ years of flying now.
In one of the interactions earlier, you said that I didn't pay a single paisa as a bribe to start this airline.
No, nothing. Even till date. Forget single paisa. Not even gifted somebody like a mithai box to say, please kaam karke do. Nothing. They're very clear. That philosophy has been extremely strong from day one. And even my first interaction in Delhi was, I have learnt a vidya. Okay, we are a bunch of professionals. We got professional money. We are here wanting to do. We love the call for serving the nation. We want to build something which helps India grow, because I've never lived outside of India. I mean, whatever I am, my country has given me. Okay, so here is an opportunity to give back in a responsible fashion. So, and again, I think aviation is struggling with good quality entrepreneurs. Okay, so I think there's a lot of encouragement, and again, I think we have got tremendous support from the government at the center, state, wherever we fly. I mean, it's absolutely.
I think this Udan scheme is helping a lot.
Udan scheme is helping us a lot.
There are a lot of airports that are coming
That
up
is
right
correct.
now from smaller.
That is correct. So a lot of smaller cities, smaller towns, kind of doing well as
They're
part
getting
of that.
connected.
Absolutely. So it's been a good.
So do you foresee a movie being produced on you in future? Because there are a lot of movies on people who struggle to get low cost airlines, regional airlines.
See, I'm very clear. I want zero publicity. Okay, I'm not here making movies. Okay,
How you won't make, but someone else is making them.
some people make movies on, they also make movies on the criminals and dons also, na. So
No, this is inspirational movie, that won't be.
उसमें क्या रखा है? I will
No.
say,
No, how do you pass on your inspirational story to someone else? I saw one of your podcasts wherein you said, I don't mind giving my business model to someone else.
yeah.
Okay. You can always try this out and
Yeah, I mean, we've had, for example, we had a couple of startup airlines that were planning in India. We actually allowed them to do their training here. They actually came here, did their training here. I mean,
Yeah.
so I'm very clear. See, there's a difference between a business model and there's a difference between actual execution. See, idea to sabke paas hai. If tomorrow I sit with you for 2 more hours, tomorrow you will also start talking like you'll understand aviation.
Yeah.
Aviation mein koi rocket, there's no rocket science in aviation, like any business, correct? But the proof of the pudding is when you go there and actually start doing it.
Testing
It is like playing cricket. Everybody has got advice, even for Sachin Tendulkar. You should have batted like this. Oh my God, everybody's got advice. But finally, who's playing the game? He's playing the game, right?
Absolutely.
So theory say nobody can build a.
But that's a good thing to get motivated or start. At least I have a business plan. For that I need not struggle to make the business.
Yeah, but then making the plan. Today you go on ChatGPT, you will get a plan. I'm telling you seriously, go on ChatGPT, go on Gemini, say I want a 10 aircraft airline business plan.
They'll give you.
It'll give it to you in like 30 seconds, it'll make a plan and give you. And it'll be 90% accurate. So plan is not this thing. And you can say, tell ChatGPT, I want a plan as per, let's say, Fly91, or I want to look at Indigo's model, I want to look at Air Arabia's model. वो बना के दे देगा. It'll make and give you straight. So plan is...
Execution is a challenge.
there is a wonderful book called Execution, written by Larry Bossidy and Ramcharan. In fact, Ramcharan was in Goa last week. I mean, he's like a thought leader. That book, if you read, it tells you it's, execution will eat strategy for breakfast, lunch and dinner. End of the day, it's execution. And that is one book which has stayed very deep in me. When I read it about, I think 15, 18 years back, I read it. And that is the book that is there with me in my library. I've read it multiple times. And anybody comes and says, I want to be an entrepreneur, I first tell them, go read that book. Okay, if you can't spend 90% of your time on execution, don't even dream of doing it. Strategy to koi bhi, that is what consultants are there for. And they will all lose their jobs now because now ChatGPT and Gemini is there.
And execution is what it matters.
It's only execution. And execution, it's executing it smartly, executing it correctly, being on top of the situation completely. I think these are things that are very important.
So what next for Fly91? My last question.
So Fly91 is grow the fleet. We want to build it out nationally. So today we got 2 bases. We want to grow the bases. So our plan is in 6 years from now, we want to be about 60 plus aircrafts and connecting more than 50 cities in the country. Like we want to be the largest regional airline in the country, if you think of a tier 2, tier 3 city, you must think of Fly91. Fly91 will be the airline that will take you there. Because if you look at India, 163 airports, okay, less than 70 is what the majority of flights go. Out of 1,200 sectors in India, 781 are monopoly sectors.
Okay.
Meaning that, there's so much of demand, okay, there is so little supply. So we believe we can be the people doing that. But again, we are playing a test match. We are playing an absolute test match, no T20.
You're taking it easy. You're not in a hurry.
Yeah. While I'm a big fan of Virendra Sehwag, okay, we are playing a Lakshman innings. We are playing a Dravid innings. Steady, rock steady, till your eye is not set. Don't, because in this business, you make one mistake, you can be bowled out. Okay,
Absolutely.
so careful, measured, building it, and we stay under the radar. So no.
So when you sleep in the night, are you also getting some nightmares? Because my aircrafts are flying, they are in air, and every time anything can happen.
No, so that doesn't worry me at all, because we have highly trained professionals. I mean, our pilots, our engineers, our safety protocol. Like how I said, we've not spent a single penny for any deviation, so we know exactly what we are doing. So we've got very high quality stuff. I mean, our pilots come from good airlines: Air India, Indigo, Air Arabia, Qatar Airways. They are all places where they've flown before. Our engineers come from strong backgrounds, Jet Airways, all that stuff. So that is never a problem for me. That's never a problem for me. But yes, what worries me sometimes, one weather disruption happens, suddenly, 10 flights are delayed, 2 are cancelled, you got passengers who are stuck in the night at an airport. So those are like 2 days back, we had heavy thunderstorms in Rajahmundry. The aircraft had to come back because it could not land in 90-kilometer winds, correct? So we came back to Hyderabad. Now, obviously, somebody at 1 in the morning, sitting in a plane, it's outside everybody's control. So those are things which, again, we got a team that takes care of all of those things. But these things don't, safety is something that because I know we've got a rock solid team, and the regulatory process in India is one of the best in the world. So the regulator actually regulates very well.
So safety is always a priority. Otherwise also.
Safety is the only priority. Okay, if you have things safe, everything else falls in place.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for spending
such a pleasure. Such a pleasure.
We wanted to do it in Konkani, but म्हटले मातशे थोडे
माझे कोंकणी मातशे bad आसा.
वायट आसा. Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
So this was an inspirational story of a Goan who started from Ribanda and right now is owning Fly91, the airlines which is creating difference along the tier 2 cities and also various airports. Keep watching Goan.
Thank you for choosing to Fly91. Jai Hind.
अरे उस प्लान का क्या हुआ?
इस वीकेंड पे चले क्या?
गाइस, हिमाचल और केरला?
नहीं यार, इट्स टू कोल्ड. तो फिर गोवा चले क्या?
ओके, लेट्स गो फॉर इट. डन?
डन.
फ्लाइट टिकट्स तो बुक हो गए हैं.
पर वहाँ घूमेंगे कैसे?
रेंट कार बुक करें?
ओके.
ओके. अरे यार, ये तो बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है.
अरे हाँ. गोवा है यार, बाइक ले लेते हैं.
ओके.
भैया, हमें रेंट बाइक देखना है, कुछ नया, पावरफुल, स्टाइलिश.
कितना दिन के लिए चाहिए?
2 दिन के लिए.
तो ये वाला लीजिए, होंडा का डिओ 125
ओह नाइस.
The all-new Honda Dio 125. Bold design, powerful 125cc performance and smooth rides made for Goa.
रेंट कार नहीं लिया वो बेस्ट डिसीजन था।
बहुत ही कंफर्टेबल राइड थी
और काफी स्टाइलिश भी है।
और हैंडलिंग भी स्मूथ है।
ऑल्सो इट वॉज अ ग्रेट फन।
यस।
Honda Dio 125. Rent it, ride it, live Goa.